first part of the series, I'll be doing body type analysis in full depth or in depth. So for the body type, I'll be doing for the men and the women in the same video. Yeah, in that order. So for the women, body parts that we will heavily consider will be the bust, the bum, the hips, shoulders, and the face, mostly because we tend to really go all out when it comes to jewelry, makeup, and just showing up and showing out when it comes to outfits. So I'll be beginning with the measuring process. There are more than one, but we will have to go with the most suitable one. After the measuring process, this is how leaving space for measuring. After measuring, we'll have to categorize. So I will write down from the ears, eyes, nose, all the way to exhaust all the body parts that we have that are necessary in this process. And then I think, yeah, that will be it for the body. And with all that done, we will now go into into the men's part. So for the men, I'll also list the exact body parts that we'll be using to measure. And but for the men it's different, but it's still the same body parts. And now that we've measured, we're leaving space for whatever we were leaving space for. Yeah, so now we go down to color analysis. I'll be doing the same thing partly for women, not really partly. The first part will be women, the second part will be men. So for color analysis, we will have to do some experiments, not really experiments, but we will actually be doing a practical on how to get this done, because they're not really all the same. For the women, I think you need to go outside. Yeah, we need to go outside. Check your, I think I'll just post it here, the process. That's easier than explaining. Same for the men, it's easier than explaining, so I'll just post it here and then leave some space for the color analysis. So after we've identified our undertone, I also want us to identify our skin tone, and then leave some space on the sheet that you're using to write. Then after that, we will go into understanding color, primary colors, the different ways colors can be differentiated, the shades, tints, understanding monochrome. After that's done, we leave a space. Then after that, we go into the classification of color analysis: spring, summer, autumn. I'll also leave that on the screen somewhere, where take your time to actually look at it and understand it. If you don't, you can scroll on Pinterest, though we can actually do it ourselves here. But for now, yeah, let's use a visual guide because most of us are visual learners. Then we can go into, I'll leave a space actually before we go on to the next. Then for what? After that, we go to the accessories. Should we go to accessories? There's another thing when it comes to outfits, and that's pattern. Other than color, there's pattern, texture, and what else was there? Those are the few that I can't remember, but I'll still post it here. So you don't just wear clothes because you can wear clothes or because you like them. You actually wear them because they suit you. So we are actually going to break them down in that order. Yeah. I'll just create another series for that. No, another video for that. So after that, after the body type and color analysis, we go down to accessories, the shoes, bags, jewelry, according to body type, because those are the foundations. So for the parts where we had marked your body parts and the kind that you have, that will determine the shoes you wear, the jewelry you wear, and the fittings of the outfits you wear. Pardon me. So after that, you go down to what? I'll be creating a video on shoes according to body type, bags according to body type, hair according to skin tone, undertone, color analysis, and all that. And with every video, I'll be showing on the screen the exact ways of how to go about that. Yeah. So yeah, let's see how this goes. I'll be showing the entire process of upgrading my wardrobe.